Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and dragons, I should say. Favorite little happy boo-boo. Tasty Steve.
Sajam, and we're watching the first encounter between Daigo and Alex Vi in the year 1998. I was 4 years old when this happened.
BC.
This is before the modern era.
Before Choi. No, I'm just
before all this. This is way back in Alpha 3. This is a fascinating video to me because it's long before my time in the fighting game community. And the cool thing about it is, like, when you go back and watch this footage, it's like watching. I feel like I'm watching a World War II documentary. Like, I'm like, man, look at all, I recognize that place. That's like somewhere in this. Like, it's like, that's an old relic from times past.
So it's funny that he says that, right? Because I see this. This is like when you hear about a war happening in a foreign country. Because I'm in the Midwest.
Dang, on the front line, it was
so
affecting
I'm like
you.
reading like tips and tricks, and they're like, oh my God, Daigo Umehara's trying to take America from us.
There's
and
like
Alex Valle is the one to stop him. A dirty little guy in a wife beater. I'm like, what the?
There's like a town crier, extra, extra, Japanese man
Give
comes
me
to
that,
Southern
cat.
California arcade.
Jesus Christ, that's Daigo, guys. Let's stop it. But, you know, like, it was definitely like one of those feels for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, how old was I? I don't even know. I'm 34 now. I don't know how old was I.
You were 14.
Damn. Oh, wow. That's a different time.
You're
Definitely.
14-year-old Tasty Steve.
That's not taste. That's a long time. Regardless.
That is Digital Devil 4GK.
That is 100% Digital Devil 4GK.
That's before Tasty Steve was a thing. I guess we should jump into this footage. What's amazing to me about it, you can start it, but what's amazing to me about this footage is...
What the hell?
Yeah, that...
I want to know where this person is.
I've heard that this footage is very famous. Yeah, I wonder where this person is now. That's actually a great question. I heard that this footage is very famous in Japan. Like, they played all the ad.
Come on,
we got
man.
an ad for a battle royale.
What a rookie.
Where are we dropping, bro? Dropping in this arcade.
Oh, is that Daigo walking around all skinny right there? Was that him?
Daigo looks... It's funny because he's not, like, not skinny now, but he looks super thin in this. And so does Alex Vi. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I can tell you what, man. Valle looks like a completely different person back then. Like, I can tell you because I've seen photos and pics of him, like, from this time, and you're like, man, I can't wait to meet that guy. And then it turns out, like, he looks the exact same, except he got a little, you know, a little extra on the neck. That's all it is.
A little extra?
Just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Not the worst thing. Time
He's been RTSDing those Southern California buffets, too.
Actually, yes.
That's all it is. Man, look at these arcades. Hey, you keep it down over there. Look at these arcades.
Look at this dude, Valle. Look at Daigo sitting behind him.
Studying.
Oh, bro. This is how we had to study back in the day. If you didn't have the VHS tapes, you had to be there to get this. And this is how you study. He's standing right behind Valle while he's playing.
Look at that big old shirt, man.
Yo, he's just looking down at him. Oh, my God. Did you see how
he's like, yes,
That's right. He took the shirt off to do the interview. Valle, you dog. Man, let's see if I can get some more value in.
Did you hear what he said? Oh my, what are you doing over there, Steve? Look, hold on.
Go ahead, you do it.
You just hit back. If you wanna, you can't get more volume, but if you wanna go back, you can just, if you wanna hear him again. All I wanna hear is this. It's all about Cali. He hasn't changed a bit.
All about Cali.
He hasn't changed. He's the same old man. Dang, she's doing the introductions and everything.
This dude, they look like they're about to fight in the schoolyard. Right?
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock in the schoolyard by the water fountain.
He's like, I'm gonna dunk this one.
The handshake. Look at
Did you see my...
hit it with that? And the best part about that is Daigo looks so confused. You know what's funny about Daigo is, like, 20 years later,
he still looks the same.
The exact same confusion on his face. Oh. Man, this game is wild.
Yeah, this game is actually cheap.
The thing about Alpha 3 is, like, watching people jump in and then try to anti-air and then you just activate and blow up their anti-air is one of those things that it's like, Jesus, man.
Oh, yeah, man. And on top of that, you got to be careful with fireballs because if they got V-meter, they'll walk right through that bad boy.
Yeah. Alpha is such a wild game to me when I watch it. But it's so cool because this is like, I can't imagine. Yeah, see, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, the anti-air. And then you're just done. Like, what are you going to do there? Counter-activate? Oh, my.
I got to work. Dude, you can see Valle's face down in the corner like, yeah.
Just nodding and stuff?
Yeah, look at young, vibrant Valle. You see how fast his hands moving? His hands cannot move that fast.
No, the arthritis, man. It's kicked in all these years later. But that's the thing to me about watching this footage is, like, this must have been, like, the craziest phenomenon at the time, right?
Oh, most
Because
definitely.
we're at SCR this weekend, right? And there's, like, 100 international players here. Like, there's, like, so many, right? But, like, at the time, imagining this is, like, so wild to me. Look at his hands. I can't believe it. I've never seen Vi finish a combo. That was like the first time I've ever seen it. It's a different time period.
I told you, man. This looks too intense, though. You can tell, like, we were just talking about it kind of like off camera, the fact that this is like kind of like the first like esports thing, because we have like a commentator box right here, but we only have one camera for the players. Like, you can still tell like everything. This is like pre-everything. But the gameplay is still there. Like, you still know exactly what's going on. It's no different than it is now, except for, you know, the combos look a little different and Vi is younger. But, like, everything is still intact. Like, look, there's Troy right there.
Yeah, standing in the back with his arms crossed. He looks, man, he's buff. I saw him not that long ago. This dude is humongous.
That's what happens, man. When you get older, man, sometimes you want to stay in shape, so you got to hit that gym.
You know, one thing, too, is I'm sure there's a lot of people who watch this, especially players who are, like, newer to the FGC. There's so many old matches and footage like this you can find for it's not just like Alpha 3, right? Like, oh man, activate through the fireball. Yeah. It's like you can go find old footage of like players from like, you should just look up like stuff like John Choi Combo King.
That's true.
Like old school, like look up CVS2 matches, look up old Tekken SBOs and stuff like that. Yeah. Those are sick. Like, that's the cool thing about watching old footage like this, is that you'd be surprised how much of the game you understand. Even after like playing modern games and going back, she's like the only one cheering for Daigo. Exactly. She has to stand over by Daigo, otherwise she's
gonna disappear.
That arcade, I know, she should know better than that. Like, she's gonna disappear.
I'm telling you, she's gonna disappear. They're just gonna overtake her, man. You know how FGC crowds is. They ain't let nobody through. Yo, V is some combos. Like, so I played this game and I played like Geef, and it still sucked. I played Geef in this game.
I thought you would have played like Nash or something.
Nah. I mean, I did play Nash, but in this game, they weren't valuable, man. Like, you had to be able to do, like, I mean, like, crotch cancel infinites were a big thing in this game, all still really hard.
Steve, I thought you just played who you like. I can't imagine you as a Geef player.
Yo, I see.
That really messes with my mind.
Time before time. I'm trying to tell you, man. Before time, I played, like, Geef. I played Geef in Street Fighter 4 for a while.
What?
Yeah. Oh, man, we're going to talk about that later.
You're like a Viper and Cody player. I can't imagine you. Oh, that was messed up. Yeah, and it's so funny because when you see the juggles in this game, like where people just go up in the air and like they're just like, especially in the corner, it's like there's nowhere to go. Right?
This is a different kind of demon flip combo, guys.
Yeah.
And like in this game, he has the demon flip body flop, so you can do demon flip and just fall on the ground. And you use that in Vism combos. Look at the air throw whiff.
Yeah.
Like,
he just air throws the air throw. Yeah, this game is it's so crazy to watch, especially because combos are so weird, right? Like, you have to put them airborne and then like jump to follow them to combo them. Because if you hit the ground, in this game, if you hit the ground, like the combo juggles will stop a lot of times unless you crouch cancel the combos. It's such a wild game. Fine.
Oh, did he win? It's over.
It's over. The hand. Look at man. What's crazy is that Vi looks like he's completely in shock that he lost.
He was the hotness right now, man. No shirt. The chain on? Look how he looking like. Yo, my dude
that look tight on his face.
Oh my God, Vi look tight.
I saw there's an interview with Vi about this, and I think it was something that iPlayLearn put out, and they asked him like, it was like a question. It was like, what is the biggest loss in your career or whatever? And Vi talks about this match, and what and what Vi says about this, that is, he said that if he beat Daigo in this like match, in this exhibition, he would have retired.
Oh,
that's like what he said. He's like, if I beat him in that match, I would have stopped playing probably. Like, that would have been the end for me. Hey, but instead, like, we have a different timeline, right? Where like Daigo is the champion. Man, that statue looks tight. I wonder if he still has this.
There's no way he doesn't still have this. That's like his first thing. Like, that's big. That's crazy.
Recommended video: Mr. Street Fighter interview with Born Free. Cancel. I don't know. This guy looks trash. Cancel that. Yeah, I don't know. It looks trash. I don't like that at all. Yeah, that footage is so crazy to me to watch, especially in the context of like the first international meeting. It's like the first time Daigo's come to the U.S. and he's like playing and stuff like that. And to look at it now, it's like Daigo's in the U.S. every other week wearing his Red Bull, HyperX, NASCAR-looking jacket. Yeah, he still looks the exact same confusion on his face.
He looks exactly like that in the video we just watched. Ah, man, you're right, though. Very different time, especially, like I said, for me, man. I was nowhere near the coast when that was happening. Like, those guys were, like, myths to me. Like, those are rare Pokemon I was watching play.
Yeah. Right, you talk about, like, you're like, yeah, before I came to the West Coast, like, I knew Rip from watching him play Tekken and videos and stuff. Like, I didn't even know him as a human being. Like,
those people, like I said, like, going back, like it's a very different time now because we have YouTube and the whole nine. But I'm telling you right now, a lot of the people like Valle, like the Gutex and Mike Ross, I had never seen those guys till I moved here. So going back and like looking at this and like I mean I knew the history, but looking at it again puts it in a whole nother like frame of mind. The perspective is completely different because you're like, man, I saw it that way and now I see it this. It's completely different now.
Yeah, and it's so crazy to go back and do like your homework. The first tournament I ever went to was Wednesday Night Fights, and he was like, I walked in and he was like, what up, little homie? You signing up for this tournament or what? And it's like the same guy, right? It's like all these years later, I'm like, oh my God. Hey, what up, man? And he's like, what up, nephew? I'm like, I've been here two seconds. I've been assimilated. I'm like, all right, what up, man? How's it going? It's crazy.
Man, it says a lot for like where the scene, what has happened in the scene since then, and like what Valle has become. Like the reason why people like respect him so much, not only because of this, but this is one of the reasons why, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that as well, because that's actually some classic footage. Check it out on like YouTube, one, and also make sure you know look at this video from him when Born Free, because this is good.
Yep. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You should go back and watch not only this, but like a lot of the old footage. Like look up old Evos, old like I don't even know, like SBO events and stuff like that. There's so much old footage out there. Like especially Ricksta's been watching old Tekken like finals on his channel, and it's so crazy to see like all the players like way back then, like they have long hair, like it's just like they look completely different. It's like,
looking at players like me, Kunans, like going back and looking at all these players, like going back and looking at Daigo. Like I know Daigo. One of the reasons like I wanted to get really good at Guilty Gear was because of Daigo. Like, and once again,
the Evo champion.
Yeah, like people don't know that like that was my introduction to Daigo. Like watching, I was like, who is this godlike soul player? And they're like, yo man, this dude is ridiculous. He did everything, but he also played like Darkstalkers and all these other games, and just like to see like where he's come like full circle. Like I don't think people put enough. Like personally, people respect Daigo, but I think they respect it because of like the small things, not like his legacy. Same thing goes for Valle, man. Yeah. Valle is more than just a TO. He's more than just a good Ryu player. He's one of like the first introductory defending from any other invader kind of like player. That's a huge thing.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Right? Like
he's just, now to me he's just this goofy old guy.
Yeah, like, hey, you
that
kid.
I see all the
That's
time.
why I see him. He's like, hey nephew. I'm like, man, you really are old now. This is crazy.
Like, he's like this goofy old guy, but when you go back and watch this stuff, you're just like, man, this is a different time period. Alex Valle, he's like my age in this footage. I'm just like, oh my God, what is happening here?
This is what you do. Do you think you would have hung out with Valle right now?
And like currently,
like think about it. If you were the age you are now and you ran into Young Valle, an X-Men event happens.
Oh my
and
God!
Young Valle walks to the arcade like, yo, I'm trying to play the Street Fighter 5. What would you say?
I probably would have thought he was a shithead, dude. Like just the way he acts in this video. Nah, he seems like a good guy. Anyway, I think that's it for us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Isn't that what you're supposed to do on YouTube?
Yes,
Follow Born Free. We'll see you guys around. Peace.